The city was alive with energy, cars honking, people rushing, vendors shouting, and life moving at a breakneck pace. But amidst all the chaos, Ravi sat on the pavement, his back against a rusted lamppost, watching life pass him by. His frail body, covered in tattered clothes, had grown numb to the hunger and pain that once tormented him. His rough hands held a small tin bowl, hoping for a few coins from the endless stream of strangers. "Just a little help, sir. Please, madam, have mercy," he muttered as people passed. Some ignored him, some looked at him with pity, and a few tossed coins into his bowl without a second glance. This was his life. Every morning, he woke up on the cold pavement, stretched out his hand, and repeated the same routine. He had no dreams, no hopes, only survival. But fate had other plans. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the skyscrapers, Ravi sat with his empty bowl, staring at the moving crowd. That's when he noticed a man, tall, well-dressed, and carrying an air of confidence. Unlike the others, this man did not walk past Ravi. Instead, he stopped. Ravi instinctively stretched out his hand. The man looked at him carefully, then asked, "Why are you begging?" Ravi was caught off guard. No one had ever asked him that before. He blinked and mumbled, "What else can I do, sir? This is my destiny." The man chuckled and shook his head. "Destiny is not something that happens to you, my friend. It is something you create." Ravi frowned. What was this man talking about? The man reached into his pocket and pulled out a crisp 500 rupee note. He placed it in Ravi's hand and said, "If you really want to change your life, meet me at the cafe across the street tomorrow at 9 a.m. Before Ravi could ask anything, the man walked away. That night, Ravi lay awake on the pavement, staring at the sky. The 500 rupee note felt heavier than it should. It wasn't just money. It was an invitation to something he didn't understand yet. A voice inside him whispered, "Spend it. Buy food. Buy a blanket." Another voice, quieter but stronger, asked, "What if this man is right? What if there is another way?" For the first time in years, Ravi didn't sleep out of exhaustion. He stayed awake, thinking about the possibility of a different future. The next morning, Ravi stood outside the cafe, hesitant. The place was filled with people in clean clothes, sipping coffee, talking, laughing, worlds apart from his reality. He was about to turn away when he heard a familiar voice. "Come in, Ravi." It was the man from the previous night. Ravi hesitated, then slowly walked in, his heart pounding. The man gestured for him to sit. "Tell me, Ravi, what do you want in life?" Ravi lowered his gaze. "I just don't want to beg anymore, sir." The man smiled. "That's a start. But here's the truth. You don't have to beg. You can work, create, and earn. The only thing stopping you is your mindset." Ravi listened intently. The man continued, "If you think like a beggar, you will always remain one. But if you think like a businessman, you will find opportunities everywhere." Ravi frowned. "But I have no education, no skills. Who will give me a job?" The man leaned forward. "Then create your own job. I will lend you 5,000 rupees. Use it to start something small. But remember, this is not a gift. You must return it in 1 month." Ravi hesitated. "What if I fail?" The man laughed. "Then you will still have tried. But tell me, how can you fail when you've never even started?" Something clicked in Ravi's mind. He took the money, stood up, and promised, "I will return this money." The man nodded. "Good. Now go build your future." With the money in his hands, Ravi walked through the market, looking for opportunities. He saw vendors selling snacks, newspapers, tea, things he had never paid attention to before. That's when he had an idea. With 5,000 rupees, he bought a small cart, a stove, some tea leaves, sugar, and milk. By evening, he had set up a roadside tea stall near a construction site. The first day was terrible. No one bought from him. He barely made 50 rupees. The second day was slightly better. By the end of the week, some workers had become his regular customers. He greeted them warmly, remembered their preferences, and even offered free biscuits with their tea. Slowly, more people started coming. His tea was good, his service better, and his attitude the best. For the first time in his life, Ravi wasn't just surviving, he was thriving. A month later, Ravi walked into the cafe, dressed in cleaner clothes, his posture straighter. He placed 5,000 rupees on the table. The man smiled. "I knew you could do it." Ravi felt something he hadn't in years: pride. "What's next?" the man asked. Ravi hesitated. "I don't know." The man chuckled. "Then let me tell you, keep growing, never stop." Months turned into years. Ravi's small tea stall became a permanent shop, then another. He reinvested his earnings, learned about business, and hired more people. He was no longer just a tea seller, he was a businessman, but he never forgot where he came from. One evening, he walked past the same street where he once begged. He saw a young boy, barely 10, sitting on the pavement, hands stretched out. Ravi knelt beside him. "Why are you begging?" The boy muttered, "What else can I do? This is my destiny." Ravi smiled, placed 500 rupees in his hand, and said, "Destiny is not something you accept, it is something you create. Meet me tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we will change your life." Because now, Ravi knew the truth. Poverty isn't about money, it's about mindset. A change in thinking can change your life. Destiny is shaped by choices, not circumstances. Anyone can rise if given the right opportunity and mindset. Life is not about where you start, it's about where you decide to go. Just like Ravi in this story, your circumstances do not define you, your mindset does. If you believe in yourself, take action, and refuse to accept defeat, you can change your life in ways you never imagined. So, ask yourself today, are you accepting your situation, or are you creating your future? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this story. Drop a comment below and let me know. What did you learn from this? Have you ever experienced a moment that changed your mindset? Let's discuss in the comments.